And our opponent has a nice roster. Very similar to ours. Arguably better, but worse mods. So I can see now why I'm lacking guns as well. Okay, so he has... Wait. He still has... He unlocked the Malevolence. This is new. I'm pretty sure he didn't have this at lock-in. I'm pretty sure this was a 3.8 million account. I'm very confused, honestly, because this ship was not here when I was doing my planning accounting for this. Okay, but he does have SLKR, he has gas, DR Malik, Padme geared up, CLS geared up, so it's a really competitive account with more gear 12s than I do, so he has a little bit extra depth. Doesn't have GG geared up, which is kind of weird, but you know, between the DRs and the JKRs that he has geared up and I don't, there we lose a little bit. So what we do have is nice mods. Our opponent hasn't attacked yet, so GG 0 battles, JTR 0 battles. Can't really show what's in the back wall yet. Bosk Bounty Hunters is this, 0 battles, and Newt also 0 battles. I'm not going to show back walls just in case. I'm still streaming this, so who knows. So here, which teams do we have to face? We have Padme with CLS. Sorry, with 3PO. CLS is what I intend to use on it. And we have full 501st, which I probably am going to mirror, which is awful banners. In the bottom, we have Geos and SLKR. So the SLKR, we have two options of getting rid of it. The option I'd love to do would be GL counter, right? Because we can use a GL counter and save SLKR. However, the one issue I have with it is Treya and Sign will yeet those Geos super easily, and it can also save us the Vader Watt Thrawn combination. And the price we pay for that is reliability and banners. So I would go for this counter. However, I only have 92% critical chance, and this counter fails if I don't crit crew. There's an 8% chance to fail, and honestly, I don't want to take that 8% chance to fail when I can still make up on banners on other teams. So that's what I'm considering when I want to head over to this with an SLKR mirror, which at this point I could even have thrown him on defense, because, you know, could have just GL countered that thing. So probably, you know, I don't want to play around the 8%, because if we lose that, it gives him a much better edge to win. And to this extent, I need to play safe and also need to play aggressive with what I can do. I need to make sure that I'm not taking such a high risk, considering I don't know what kind of banners I need to go for, because we're in a situation where we're facing another sweat like me, and we are 1 hour and 22 minutes left until the end of the attack phase, and he has not attacked yet, and I have to crack first because I actually have to go. I have real life things to do, so that part doesn't help at all. Mellow, Merciless gives CC, but if at the time you have to hit crew there, you don't have the extra 25% critical chance. That is the issue, because Vader's kit doesn't work properly. When the character doesn't have Merciless target, you can actually not crit, because I've had that situation happen to me. That's why I gave him a critical chance triangle instead of critical damage. So that is the issue there with the 92% critical chance. Alright, so after deliberation, I'll go in with the SLKR mirror match, because it's safer. I don't like this option, but I feel like it's the one I need to do here. I don't like it, I really don't, but I have this saved up with the typical order I use, so why not just put this instead? Alright, so we stop crew here. Pass this over to Kylo. Alright, that's fine. Weak sauce AoE. Sith Trooper is oddly dead. Let's get it defense up and advantage back. Let's say we here on crew. We killed him? Okay. That gets rid of Stormtrooper. Not terrible. Ooh, I'm not disliking this scenario too much. Can we wail on SLKR and kill him? Oh, please. Oh, Oh, that saves us so many banners. Whoa. Okay. This should have been way worse on banners, so I'll take it. I'll take it. I actually really like that. We actually got some of the best RNG on that mirror match to save us some banners. So now we can just tray Scion the Geos. Oh, that feels like such a relief. Okay, so let's isolate here. Give this over to Scion. Let's just basic. He's gonna cleanse, right? Or does he do the AoE? I don't know. Let's do this. He cleanses still. That's fine, they're killing themselves. So I don't think we get to heal up the protection back on Scion. Well, we definitely killed GB. Well, no, okay, that's still... Okay, so... Held by Hatred, get our health back. Now we AoE, we should kill the 4 of them. Yeah. 61. Backwall, GG. Oh my god. Holy hell. So we have Nu, we have GG, and up top we have to still deal with Gas and Padme. So let's open this up first. What are we going to use? On Gas we're always going to mirror. And on Padme, we're going to use CLS. So CLS is a team that I've tried a few times, but it typically works out. I don't know if I saved this here. I did. Alright, so let's go with this. Alright, so we stun Jedi Knight Anakin. And now we just hit on GK. Get this over to Han. Let's try to land debuffs. We can't, so let's pulverize. Use the AoE. Use blinds. Crit chance. And keep working on Kenobi. And they keep resisting every debuff, which is good. That's the idea of this counter. Basic. Basic. We need to play this relatively fast, I think, as well. Especially with the low gear I have on Chupia. Blind. Call to action. Basic. I give this over to Chewie. Basic. So we're almost back at the AoE again. And this is a lot of just clicking and trying to get as many AoEs to pop up as possible. This. Here. Basic. Basic, so I'm almost back to the AoE back, or AoE back with Chewie. I should have done the mass assist. AoE here. We're pretty close to killing Anakin. Let's get the resists. Basic. Target still has protection, so they don't reset cooldowns, but that's okay. Another turn until we can go with the AoE from Chewie. Blind, the spell buffs. Welcome back, Tom. There's a kick. Basic. Let's not touch this. Let's keep playing it the same way we've been. Keep the cool. This. Oh, yeah, we can use basic with 3POing decrease cooldowns on Chewie, you're right. By Anakin. Yep, that's actually right. That's more efficient. Thank you. This. Blind. Basic. So Chewie has the AoE on cooldown. There we go. Padme's gone. Kill Ahsoka. Go after GK. Easy 60 banners. Alright, that was sweaty, but it worked out. Too easy, indeed. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, it works through the CLS lead Zeta. Alright, so now we're going to use this, so... Gas Mirror. It's really shit on banners, but it's what we can use. Alright, so TM up. Give this over to... We could have given it to 5s even. I just haven't done this matchup in too long. So I didn't remember really what were some optimal things. I think some basic there isn't too bad. Let's go for the Armor Shred first, because you probably don't plan the days on him, because he gets the extra tenacity from 501st Ally. If you had the turret on 5s there, it wouldn't have mattered. No sacrifice. Let's go after 5s. Come on. Keep it cool, guys. Just 5s now. Just 5s. Finish him, or, you know, close to. Kill Echo. Nice. AoE. If I had killed both, it would have been really nice. That's okay, so that's some decent damage from Gas over to them. Okay. I don't want to taunt with 5s. We could pull that off. We might want to try something like that later, but not yet. At this point, let them damage some of our clones a little bit. So here I'm actually gonna taunt with 5s to try to keep to not allow a sacrifice to happen, which I might regret. But here I'm trying to play around sacrifice, which keeps another unit alive. So this is always trash banners, 53, but we pulled through. Finalizer is in the back wall. Not surprising, that's what I accounted for. So back wall has GG with the Relic Droidica. This one is nude in it. Alright, so what do we use? Do we use Vader Watt? I think we use Vader Watt here. And then we have Darth Revan, BSF, we can use Thrawn. But I need to put 2 Bad Batch characters somewhere. Well, actually can do the EP here, right? EP lead and put Vader. Don't really need the dots to stick around for long. I love how I'm like hesitating so much, and now like Relic Vader is just gonna go really hard. We can afford to do dots first. We don't get countered. Merciless. Yeet. Dots. Alright, so just basics now. Should have gone for a stun. Stun. Nice. That's 1 turn. Come on, take your turn, please. There we go. Alright, 60 here. DRBSF Thrawn Shock, I guess. Has a Dispel, she's pretty good anyway, so it's fine. So we can just swap the fear around, can get some shock going on. So the only thing I'm scared of is that Droidica lets fracture the bastard. I think this does something, gives him stealth. Let's do the shock thing. Mark on B2, that's fine. Oh, we can actually save this as a heal too, when needed. Can't really fear GG, but that's okay. That's just basic for now. The other guys were pretty much feared anyway, so it's okay. Nice AoE GG. Fear the team. Yeah, that's probably not the best way of playing this matchup. So let's heal Bastel up. Shock here. Shock here. I need to heal my protection up. Speed up Thrawn. Fuck. I'll do this here with VR. Double tap's gonna suck a little bit. Jesus, a little bit. So that steals 4 banners, I guess. That's kind of decent for him. We probably could have lowballed it a little bit more. So against Finalizer, they're pretty fast. I'm just considering if it's worth using, like, just this slot. If you use Rex or something instead. I think Umbaran is slightly better. And I would just bring in Plo as the only reinforcement. I won't bring Rex here. Let's just do this. That's okay. Not terribly acceptable, but okay. Did they trigger an ending loyalty from the bat? They did. That's insane. So let's give turn over to Silencer. Do we go for the daze or just keep Anakin alive? I think we go for the daze because we're gonna taunt. Or we're already taunting anyway. Umbaran goes for the big mob here. Yep, that's fine. I need Plo, please. Thank you. Turn meter up. AoE. Should have killed, I think. Jesus, that shit is just surviving too long. What is going on with this fleet? This thing went so weird. This went so weird. Holy hell. I could have killed that ship now. This kills shuttle. This is not good banners, dude. 65. Hopefully our fleet does the same thing to steal some banners. So overall this is... Jesus, this is a 41. 41 is not great. I think it can be beaten. So now we're number 1. But the question is, are we beaten or not by him? I don't know. He goes... I don't know. Nobody has pulled this high of a score on my defense yet. But we're back to number 1 for now. I still don't feel content because I don't know if this is a win or not. And we have our feet banners done too. So I'm slightly unsure of how this goes. But we're back to number 1, which feels nice. Okay, so I couldn't actually record the video of the defense of how I was performing. I couldn't at the time, but this is how it performed. So our opponent used Darth Revan on General Grievous. By the way, new tool on .gg. You already know about the history, but now it actually shows us gear levels as well. So GG8 stealing some nice 5 banners here. Newt Gunnery underperforming, but it's against the Vader. It's not really supposed to hold. GTR getting 57 banners, stealing the protection on each of these rebels plus nest, so that's not too terrible. You had a this one is huge. JKR loss against Padme, and we do have the Relic GK, but you'll see here something very weird, which is this Dark Trooper. The interaction that you get with having Dark Trooper in this Padme squad is that whenever he loses a stack, it triggers Jedi Knight Anakin's AoE, and I thought that was a sacrifice worth doing over General Kenobi's taunt. and it paid off because he had a relic GMY, relic JKR, had to punch up big on the Padme, and we gave him a comp that he had never had to face before, and luckily he stumbled on it, which is great. We can see that he used Trey, Scion, and Nihilus on the Phasma, which unfortunately for him didn't work out too well, only 56 banners. And against the Bounty Hunters used Phasma, and Phasma got decimated banner-wise, only 52, so that's also not great. One part where we did underperform here is Fleet. I had come up with this Handstooth, MILF, Hyena Bomber as an idea to stall out until the reinforcement and get Vulture in. The idea of having the Vulture reinforcement would be to apply the AoE Vultures, AoE Buzz Droids, and see if it could destroy some of the banners here. But clearly that didn't work out, and so I should have probably stuck with a more classical lineup that involves Vulture Droid as well, because 68 banners on my Malevolence is not ideal, right? He called his Plo Koon, he got his banners back, and he's chilling. So unfortunately, the reinforcement idea doesn't work out. It's good to know for the future, and yeah, I mean, we're actually getting some .gg analysis from our defense. I think that's always interesting to do as well. Can't usually do these too often. I would just push out the video usually, but hey, since I took a little bit longer, you actually get this part too. And indeed we did win, and this is what the result looked like after the offense stage was done. So we were leading by a few banners, and I can actually share you a couple of things too. And this is our Odium bracket for week 3. You can only see that we only have 6 competitors in this bracket, and that's because only 6 people made Odium into week 2. That's absolutely insane. So this is the sweatiest bracket there I'm going to play on. However, it's really imbalanced because it's between all of the people in this division. I'm on the upper end of the division at this point, given how much GP I have. So I don't know what to expect out of this one. There's some really competitive people here because all of these people have overperformed and exceeded over Chromium, which I didn't know was possible. But yes, next week I'll be bringing over to you some Aurodium Week 2 content, I guess. You know, we could get a buy or not. Who knows? I already know if I get a buy or not, but you don't. So see you all soon. And thank you so much for watching the video. Please leave it a like if you made it this far. I mean, that's insane. That's like 20 minutes worth of video. So thank you so much. And yeah, see you soon.